It's all free. File, project settings. Master settings, timeline resolution, 1920 by 1080 is fine. But right here, where it says 4, right? We're going to switch these two. So what we're going to do here is we're going to do 1080 by 1920. What that does is it puts it in a more vertical and slimmer screen for TikTok, Instagram, all that stuff, right? All that stuff that you can upload to, because you want it to be right there in your face. You don't want it stretched out. You don't want it out of the picture, all that stuff, right? And the second most important part of this is time frame rate right here. Click the drop down, put that on 60 because you want your clips to be smooth, right? You want people to see it in 60 FPS. It looks better. It looks more professional, right? Everything else is left alone. Like I said, there could be some things in here that's more advanced for me even, but just getting started, getting easy right there. Then we're going to click save. So now look what happened, right? So let me show you. If I click on here, this is your media page. This is where you're going to drag all your clips into, but you can see that this is a rectangle now, right? It's not all wide. I don't know if you have a clip ready or not. I do. I've already edited one, but I'm going to just go through the edit again. So you can either click and drag that clip into what we call the media pool. It says no clips in media pool. Media pool is where you drag all your clips into to get ready to start the edit, right? So I have a clip on my desktop. I'm just going to run over here. See that? It's just sitting right there. I'm going to drag it right in there. So look, there's my clip. This is from OBS recording my stream. Okay. So if you can't find it, right? So you can go to File, Import, right here, Media. And so if it's somewhere that you can't get it too easy, it's just right there, File, Import, Media. And then you can go find it. I just click and dragging's the easiest for me. Even I'm in the IT world as my career, but click and drag, it's foolproof. But File, Import, Media is where you want to go to find it wherever it is on your computer. And so now, okay, quoting. So now, the next tab over, this little guy right here, the little rectangle, this is the Cut tab. We're going to click on that, right? There's nothing in here. Uh-oh. So we see our clip at the top left right here if everybody has it in there, right? I want you to click and drag it right after the front red line. You see that right there? And let go. So now, there it is sitting there ready to be edited on, but we're going to do one more thing. So in order to get your face, right, if you're streaming and your gameplay in the same clip, you need to click on the clip again, drag it down, right over top. So now it's layered, right? And another important thing to do is don't ever touch the timeline. It says timeline 1 right there. Don't ever touch it. Don't ever touch it. You're always going to mess with your clip. GFD, I use OBS. We can go over OBS settings at some point. I wasn't today just because I don't know what everybody uses. Some people are on console, some people are on PC, some people are using Streamlabs, some people are using OBS. It's so different, right? But OBS for me, and it's free too. Totally free. I know Slobs is free. So you can do some editing stuff in here. I like to do all my editing on the edit page, right? Because you can cut and do that stuff. So let's click over one more, edit. So now we're here. This is how you're going to chop, slow-mo, fast pace, add transitions, volumes. Everything is done here. Alrighty. What if I can make this bigger? Oh, there we go. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger so you all can see. Is everybody on the edit page? Third one. So first and foremost, you're going to see video 2, video 1, audio 1, audio 2, right? You don't need both audio clips, right? Because it's virtually the same clip. So we're going to click on this clip right, or this audio right here. See the red bar around it? It means that a clip is highlighted. Okay. As you can see, this is highlighted, this is highlighted. They go together. Does everybody have this up? Right here? I know sometimes it doesn't show up. If it's not up, you just click on inspector right here at the top. All right, cool. Now, as I said before, this is the audio clip. We don't need this, right? So if we go up, as you can see, video, audio, we're going to click on the audio tab. How'd you get that? Get this right here. Click on the inspector tab right here. Top right, you see my little blue mouse? Yes, sir. All righty. So like I said, you don't need this audio clip because it's just going to play. It's going to play. Oh, you don't need it, right? So now we're on the audio tab right here. Just click and drag the circle. Kill it. Negative 100%. As you can see, it pulls all the sound out. Right? Because we only need one audio file. Everybody good so far? Everybody turn off the sound. Is Hulk even in here? He fall asleep or what? I haven't seen him talk since the first 2 minutes in. Goodness gracious. You can. I've done it before. I just find that just teaching everybody new, let's just streamline it. And then if you want to do something different, that's fine. It's up to you. I'm just going to show you just the easiest way just to get it done with a step-by-step way. If you want to delete it, go right ahead. I mean, I know. I clicked inspector and yeah, I think he went to sleep. Alrighty. So this part is a little bit meticulous, so everybody. So video 2, right, as you can see, video 2 right here is going to be your face cam, right? So now we're going to crop it. So down here at the bottom left, does everybody see this? It looks like a little square, a little rectangle, whatever you want with the drop down. We're going to click down and look at it. It says transform, crop, dynamic zoom, blah, blah, blah. You don't need that. Excuse me. Just see crop. So we click crop. Now we see all these little dots right here, right? So ideally, you want to drag this in to your face cam, wherever it is, whatever side it is. You want to get it as close as possible to your face cam. So you have the little overlay. So it's a little bit more difficult. It's like that. See, so now my face is about to be cropped out so I can blow it up and put it above, right? Has everybody cropped their face or whatever they're going to crop into the video? Or if you don't have your face in there and you're just patiently waiting, then we'll be fine too. Crop. So right here on the left side right here, click that little drop down. If I have no face cam for this particular clip, technically no. I know some content creators will, what do? They blow up the second one and make it kind of like blurry and stuff like that. It's technically no, but it's up to you. And at that point, you know, because once I get into the video editing part to actually do the clip of you playing, you can decide from there. If you just want to have the clip of you playing, then that's fine as well. It's no big deal. I'll tell you. I'll remind you when I get there. Finishing, do whatever you want, bud. Because I'm now that we're on the crop part. Who asked that? Oh, Kale, did you get to the crop? Yeah, just stretch the clip. Yeah. All right. Click that drop down again and click transform. Right? You're going to see that little white line come up. You're going to see your little face right here, little square, right? Now, most importantly, so now we're going to go to our little workspace up here on the part right. It says video, right? Okay, you got the transform part up. And we're just going to zoom in. Oh, yeah. I like to, so you're going to be like, how do you zoom in? I just click in the box right here and move your mouse to the right. And it'll start zooming in for you. You can, if you want to change those numbers separately, you can be my guest, but this is the easiest thing to do. And I like to get it to about 4 point, that's a little big. About 4.63 gets my big noggin in there, right? And as you can see, look at that video. It's like, we can see the red at the top. We can see the red at the bottom. That looks a little silly, right? So if you need to edit after you blow it up, if you need to edit it again, you can, right? We just have to go back down to here, this little square with the little drop down, hit crop again, right? And it brings up the crop. And just click your little thing down and cover that up, right? We want it to look as good as possible. Just like that. And then when you need to move it, because I made this mistake when I first started doing this 1,000 times over. When you need to move it, you need to put it back in transform. Just like this, right? And as you can see at the top here, right, you want to get your clip up as far up to the top as you can. We want to use as much real estate as possible, right? We want the clip to be as clean as possible. So we're going to drag it all the way to the top. See? Now, for Phoenix and everybody else, if you don't have your face in there or whatever else you need to do, that's fine. We're going to click on video 1. Video 1 is going to be your gameplay clip, right? So once again, we're not going to cut anything or crop anything just yet. So we're still on transform. Yeah, Phoenix, get ready. We're still on transform. You see my second clip is lit up right now with the squares. Right? I can move it around. I can do whatever I need to do. So once again, we're just zooming in, right? Just zoom, 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 zoom. So see my overlay right there. I don't like that being in my clip, right? So we go to our little square right here. Click the drop down, crop it out. Because you want your clip to be as clean as possible. Once again, like I said, make sure you're off a crop before you move it, because catastrophic failure happens if you don't. I've had to redo several clips that are at the end because I've done this. Go back to transform right here and adjust it. See that? So here's how your clip will look once you upload it to TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, wherever you're going to upload it to. I don't know if there's any choice language in this clip, so be prepared. But, so now we're going to play it through. See, look at this.
Hour and a half.
That's how the clip looks, right? Has everybody gotten to this point? Is anybody stuck, behind, missed out? Just let me know. We can go back. I don't know. I haven't heard from Murph since I started either. Hulk, Murph. I mean, goodness gracious, gentlemen. Yeah, you want your clip to be in the full rectangle, yes. Yeah, because if you don't, okay, Murph, I'm just making sure you're still up, bud. Yeah, because you want it zoomed in because you don't want like black at the top or the bottom like that. You want it full screen. People, you're gonna imagine it's gonna be on your cell phone. You want it to fill up the cell phone. Yeah, you can zoom in as far as you want. Center it right with the transform, right? So if it's like you zoom in too much and it's like over here, you just pull it over a little bit, right? It should be fine. You know what I'm saying? What were the steps to adjust your FPS? I fat fingered something had to reset. So that is file, project settings. See, because once you start doing this, it's it doesn't let you change it, right? So it's 1080 by 1920, then you change the timeline frame rate to 60 FPS right here. That's off the beginning. If somebody's ahead and watching the clips, just relax for a second. 60 FPS right here. Okay. Yeah, it's actually a good program because I've had to my computer blue screened a couple times when I was rendering because my CPU's extremely overclocked, right? And so, long story short, every time it blue screened, it would come back and everything would be saved in there, right? So, it definitely holds the information that you need. Alrighty. So now our clip is set up. Now it's the fun part. It's time to edit, right? So I use this red bar right here. This goes frame by frame, so you know where to cut it. So I'm gonna play, or I'm gonna look through. I'm landing in. Where's the action, right? Where's the action in this? Okay, that dude gets ripped right there. How do I focus, zoom in on the face, and pull it away? Am I doing a bad job, nurse, or what, dude? So the cropping and transforming is right here. Cool, man. Buddy, listen. But you just don't got it. All right, class. Let's get it together. Quick. Hey, sweaty nurse, go to the principal's office, bud. Get out of here. So, honestly, there's a few rule sets here when making a clip. One is personally, I like to keep clips under 12 seconds, but honestly under 10, right? Because the way social media works, people need fast, quick, bam, in your face action, and then on to the next one, right? So try to cut and edit your clips as short as possible, right? Because I'm obviously not gonna have you watch me land in. That's silly, right? And so once this dude gets smoked or hit right there, I'm gonna back off, right? So I saw him out of the corner of my eye. So here's where I'm gonna cut first. You want to use the restroom? Sure. Does anybody need to take a restroom break for a minute? You have 30 seconds starting now. No, I'm kidding. You were, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do to learn everything. We've been live for 37 minutes. You missed everything. I'm not trying to talk fast. All right. I want people to learn. I want people take this information and use it. Who said they were going to the bathroom? Trap Cat? Yeah, I better pitch it off quick, bud. I mean, wipe or don't wipe, that's up to you because we're about to kick it back into action. About 3, 2. All right. So the action starts what, like 2 or 3 frames, right? He gets hit. So always start it probably 2 to 3 frames before, right? So as you can see, I just dragged this little red bar right here. He gets hit, so we're gonna pull it back to about right here. It's fine. Yeah, I'm getting no wonder it is hard being a teacher over here, talking while the teacher's talking. All right, the fun cut part in which I've had to show Sweaty Nurse how to cut a clip 70, maybe 80 times. So sometimes I have to go in there and do it for him. Hell, I have to tell him how to turn on his computer sometimes. So now we're here. This is where I want to cut the clip. Okay. Look at this little buddy right here, a little razor blade. See this little guy right here? This is the cut buddy. See? Blade edit mode. We're going to click that little bad boy right there. So as you can see on my clip, I know it's messed up in the thing, but it's just the way it is. So we're going to bring this. I like to bring it just a little bit on the left side right there like that. And then just click. See that? See how it cut right there? And then we have to do it for the second clip too. A little bit in the front. Click. Look at that. 2 clicks right there. So now both of the clips are cut, right? Because we don't want that in there. We want it to be gone. Now, Nurse in his infinite wisdom tried to show me the quickest, fastest way to cut a clip in the world. It doesn't work. It doesn't. Sorry, bud. So now that these are both clipped, I like to just click and drag like this. Look at that. Look at them all highlighted. Look at that. We'll get them out of here. Now the keyboard shortcut for this is Control X. Right? That's Control X once again. On your keyboard, you see a Control and an X. It's gone. We don't want that clip on there anymore. Now, the most important thing is this, which was a learning curve for me. This automatically doesn't switch back over to the mouse pointer. You need to click back on the mouse pointer after you get rid of the clip. Because if you click and drag this, if you have the freaking cutter out, it's going to start cutting your clips all the way through. It's catastrophic, right? So we got to move all these back to the front. This is the front of the where the clip will start. Once again, easy peasy. Click and drag. Yeah, almost did. And then just drag it to the front, right? Look at that. So now, if we watch the clip again, bam. Right? So that's where it starts now, is right where I have the sniper rifle, I turn and shoot. That's what we want. Oding, are we there? Murph, you got it, bud. Nurse, we know you got it. I've been on your computer, like I said, about 72 times. I'm sure Oding and Murph are to get this in one shot. Probably never to watch this video again. After the cut, you're good. We'll give it a second. Yeah, I have to remote in to Nurse's computer like I'm at work and literally like banging through the clips. God. You're about to start putting me on salary, bud. Yeah, I had to edit that clip of him shitting on me because he couldn't do it. Believe that? I had to edit my clip of me getting shit on for Nurse so he can make it funny. You believe that shit? You believe the audacity? he's like, go in slow motion so we can watch you get turned on, bud. I'm like, come on, dude. And then freaking talks smack in the freaking comments on the video like I didn't make the clip. Anyways, we're getting off task here. All right, Murph is back, baby. You good? I know Odie's good. Alrighty, so this is the beginning. If you drag to the front, right? Thanks for the follow, CJC85. Alrighty, so now we're gonna watch the clip. Some dude gets his feelings hurt. Alrighty, so this is the only part of the clip that I need. That's the only kill in it, right? But I record for 60 seconds just in case, right? So, how to end the clip? I like to go to where, so he's dead here. You know, just a few frames after. It doesn't need to be a bunch, and you just want to make sure you don't do too little. Anyways, so as you can see here, so he's dead, throwing knife, right? That's where I want to end it. Because like I said, we want to keep them short and sweet, right? If you have a good clip, maybe like a 1v4, 1v2, maybe a double snipe, something like that, that's maybe stretched out a little bit longer, you edit it as you need to, right? But this was a good clip because the kill is just right there, right? So now I don't need the rest of this clip because I already know nothing happens. I go put on plates and run around and try to find somebody else, right? So we're going to pull out the old cutter again, right here, blade edit mode. This time, I like to do it on the right side. Why? Just because how I learned it. So as you can see, it's on the right side of the red line now. Clip, right? Remember to do both of them because if you cut one and delete it, right, you will have the opportunity to cut it if you missed, right? But practice perfect, right? So click right there. So now this is the clip I want to be gaming with, right? Or I'm going to be posting. So once again, take this little buddy right here, bud. Highlight it. I like to Control X. Gone. So now here is my full. Come on, bud. So here's the clip in full. See? Now, what happened if you selected all first? 1,000,000 views right here. If you select all the clips of Control X or what? What do you mean? Full set tits out, baby. Have to, bud. If you select all of them in Control X, then it's going to delete everything. So basically, before cutting, it's always just going to cut where this is. I mean, you can. So, for example, like I can cut it right here, and you can see the red line. But me being very, very meticulous and trying to get I like to put the red bar where I'm going to cut. It just helps keep it smoother, right? Because I mean, as you can see right there, there's that little red line right there. You can use that if you want, but me, I like to use this as my cutting point. Nurse found that out the hard way yesterday as well. He's over there clipping, and it's like, imagine giving like a 2-year-old scissors, right? And give him a piece of paper. I'm a 2-year-old, maybe like a 5-year-old, no, even 2-year-old scissors. And start cutting. That's what Nurse does when he's trying to do clips. You know what I'm saying? Just clips everywhere. No, you're good. But anyways, so here's the clip. Blah, 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 shot, whatever, lane. Yeah, cool. So me personally, I think I ended it a little too quickly, right? Don't fear. Cut in the wrong spot. That's fine. We go up to our handy dandy edit, right? Undo, right at the top, as you can see, is Control Z. You can do Control Z and it will undo it for you. For new people who are learning, go ahead, click Edit, Undo. It's fine, right? And it will bring it back to what your last action will bring. It will reverse it. Yeah, Odin, I told you. And if anybody has questions, just ask. Who cares? Yeah, it's whatever. Yeah, Control Z. Hey, you said don't use terms. I say Control Z. Some people don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Like nurse. I say Control Z. He just had to go up and click Edit Undo. Some people, for being a nurse, he just doesn't have it. But yeah, if you mess up the cut, undo, Control Z on your keyboard, whatever you're most comfortable with. Remember, if you don't know how to Control Z, bud, just go ahead and exit off. Good. Hey, it's on your little keyboard. Control Z, bottom left, Control, and then if you zebra, hit that Z together. No, I'm just kidding. Alrighty, here's my handy dandy clip. Right? Yay! So at this point, right, you can render it, you can do whatever the hell you want. But wait, there's more. Um, right here on this little circular boy right here. See this? It's the color wheel. Interesting stuff, right? We're gonna click the little color boy right there. And hit them together. Yeah, throw the nub on there. Like Sharpie it or something. You know what I'm saying? Put a little smiley face on it. So, anyways, this is our colors, all everything you want to do with colors, make your clips look better. I actually have a pre-set up color on my stream, so I don't really have to mess with it in here, but I'm going to show you anyways, right? So here's your two clips, video one, video two. So let's work on video two. Actually, I need to move my face over. So right here is videos twos. We right click that little square, the green boy, and go down to LUT. So these are all the different colors that you could just adjust. You go through it, you play with it, whatever you want to do to make it look better, right? Most of mine are Panasonic. As you can see, my face is a little bit reddish. See? I don't really like that one for it. So you just right click the little green square. Try Olympus. See, Olympus doesn't look too bad. But that's one thing that could take a lot of time. If you were to mess around, you can go through the whole list. There are a few on there that I'm pretty sure that are only in the paid version will come up with like a watermark. But I would say like 99% of them are just free. Um, and then video one, like I said, is for the gameplay, but I already have a LUT applied in the stream, so it just makes the colors a little more vibrant. So I don't even have to mess with it anymore. That's a more advanced thing. It's not really advanced, but did I move my head though? Anyways, as nurses being rude for no reason, we'll go back to the edit tab, and then now we can watch. Oh, I didn't realize that I had it zoomed in like that. So as you saw, I do. I'm just showing them how to do the LUTs and stuff. because you are right. That's one thing I noticed is like I haven't really applied any LUTs to my face cam anymore because it's like the lighting is pretty good. But I was just showing because I don't if I apply that Panasonic LUT again, it's like bloodshot. It's so bad. So I didn't do it to the second. I just wanted to show them. Dang, I did dodge in real life. What an idiot. Yeah. Alrighty. So did you see that? That was hilarious. I didn't even notice. I was like, oh, oh. Anyways, so virtually the clip is done, right? Um, they can, we'll show transitions too because I know people like to do transitions in their clips. So let's just say I hit this dude, and for some reason I wanted to add a transition there, right? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Bringing the old trusty little saw out again. Because I know some people are going to have clips with several parts in it that you're going to have to speed up to. So we'll just show the transition stuff real quick. It's not hard, easy, just as all this is. It'll be good. So a little cut, right? We're going to cut it right here. Bam, bam. So now you see that it's cut right there. Bring out the handy dandy little clicker boy. And as you see how it's in the middle of that clip, those two white bars facing out like that. I'm going to right click. Now, one thing that I'm not 100% on is 30 versus 60 frame. I just use 30. If 60 looks better, did you go for it? Because this is just the standard setup, right? Do whatever you feel you're comfortable with. So now I added a 30 frame cross dissolve. So as you can see now, if I play this clip. What? It's not too fast. Or how did this? So like that. So I made it. Probably should have explained that. Let's go back through that actually. So now that that's in there, sometimes it shows it in here, sometimes it doesn't. So now you see the little clear little thing right here. This is the transition. In order to edit that transition, click, right? Just you click on it right on the little clear. See how it's highlighted now? That's how, the little red square is how you know it's highlighted. In your little workspace up here, see transition, right? So now it says transition type. You have a whole list of stuff you could do. Whatever you want to do, whatever you feel looks the best, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you need. And then duration is also important because sometimes you find that if you cut a clip maybe too soon or so too long or something like that, you want to either expand how long it does the transition or shorten it, right? If your clip by clip is going into just straight combat type stuff, then you're just going to shorten it just so it rotates so people know it's another clip. And it adds to a little bit of professionalism to it, I think. Whatever. It's whatever you want. One other thing too, I forgot to drag in is this. This is just my outro. I'll show you what to do with that as well. Actually, move my freaking mug back over. There we go. So the clip is done, right? It's 100% perfect. Like Murph said, probably 1, maybe 2 million views, whatever. So you want an outro. You can make an outro however you want. House was kind enough to let me borrow his for the time being. But whatever you want, because you want to have some kind of outro, whether 1 second, just to let people know the clip is done, right? So as you know, from like 100% of mine are this weird flex. Once again, right? We want to bring it into our workspace. Click and just drag it to the end. Now you're going to see this, right? You're going to see it's up at the top. We don't want it at the top part. We want it in video one. Video one is the gameplay, right? So yeah, we're at the end now. So as always, right? We want to fill the screen. So me personally, I just like to drag into it and then click on it, right? So now I can see that I'm editing that clip. Once again, zoom it in, baby. Fill up the whole screen with it. Oh yeah, just like that. It's a happy mistake. See, just like that. Yeah. So that's what House was saying is whatever you find, right? You could find an outro on YouTube. You can go on Paint and create your own, right? Add some text. Whatever you want to do to make it personal. Sorry, y'all. I'm over here killing water because I'm sick. Yes, I put the transition in there. Ready? We'll go through it. It's fine. I'm just gonna chalk this clip. So it has to be a video. I can't just use. No, you can't use a solid picture. Now we're getting into a little bit more advanced stuff, right? This stuff, adding pictures and stuff like that. I don't know. I've never used Adobe Premiere. So the cut in the middle was to add the transition, right? You can't just put a transition in here, right? It has to be a cut because it needs a transition to the next part of the clip. So if you have, right, so let's say you have a minute clip. You have a kill it 1 second, you have a kill it 20 seconds, you have a kill it 45 seconds, right? You're going to go through and you're going to cut it to those kills, right? But you just don't want the clip to run back to back to back, right? Because, so you just right click like I did here. Here, we'll just get rid of it. So I made the cuts here, right? You see the white that's poking out like that? Like that. Right click, add 30 frame or 60 frame, whatever you want. But it makes it longer when it's 60 frames. Right? 60 frames are longer. You can shorten it, you can do whatever you want. But that is just to add a transition. If you have a clip that is long, too long, right? Like I said, you have several kills throughout the clip versus just like this one. I got lucky with this one because it was just a kill right there at the beginning and it's done. Right? So that's the easy part. So once again, right here, it's cut. I mean, if you don't, you can ask again. It's whatever. I mean, like I said, we're getting to the end here anyways. This is just basic, just how to set up the clip. I just wanted to tell you about transitions just because I know that, sometimes your clips are longer, right? Sometimes you have kills at the beginning and the end of the clip. And you just don't want it to bam, bam, bam. You know what I'm saying? You want to have a transition, make it look a little bit smoother, right? Just a little bit more professional. So what I think you're asking, right, for not only Chevy, but about the cut, okay? I'm gonna explain it one more time. I added the cut here because it's two separate clips, and you need to have the transition on two separate clips. Yeah, and that's the thing too. You can add it in there, right? If you wanted to add, you just put it in there, right? Video 1 on your gameplay. But anyways, I don't want to start going into all this advanced and stuff, start scrambling people. As far as up to this, as to where we are, it's just a simple, straightforward, get your stuff out, you know what I'm saying? Get it to look as professional as possible. And like Hal said, people are busy. Now, don't worry, baby. We're almost there. That's the last part is rendering, and we're done. It's finito. Alrighty, so now my clip is done. It's perfect. It's the greatest thing in the world. Little rocket ship man down here. You see him? Click on him. Right? Yeah. Yeah, look at Odin jumping the freaking ship or jumping the gun. I mean, goodness, what am I supposed to do out here, bud?